Hello, everybody, and welcome to Suddenly Saturday. My name is Bonnie D, and I channel the cards. This is a collective reading, so if you were drawn in here, your energy's right. And today is 5/24 of 2025, which is a 20, which is a 2. And you want to look up your angel number for 2. It's twos are good. Let's just say that. All right, we are going to start out with some of this. Okay, the first card that we got is Air Element 18. I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. Yeah, that's what we want to do too. We want to be open for knowledge and wisdom that's coming in. We need to actually kind of get silent a little bit more instead of having music and TV and everything running through your world all day because you want to take that break, get that moment in that you need to clear your mind and go within. We also got a 31, which is a 4, and it's embrace change. I move easily and confidently through the changes in my life. We are going to be going through a lot of changes. As you see, she's definitely going through a portal of some kind into the light, and she is confident. She's going to take it on. And right now, we have to be confident. We have to be confident in how we want our world to be. It's all going to be new. Everybody's going to question some of it, but you know what? It's okay to question a little bit. But just go with the flow. We got a 25, which is a 7, spirit guides. I open my heart to my guides and trust in the wisdom they share with me. And this is another amazing card. As you see, she's basically tuned into the energy, and her spirit guide is watching over her. You know, we're never alone. The cards have always said it. We're never alone. We may feel like we're alone physically, but we're never. We're always have a guardian angel, spirit guide, Mother Earth, Father, the Christ conscious within. So how can you be lonely? I mean, that's it's just a great time to be alive right now. And we are going to, I got some of the Mystic Forest. Life is a gift. Life is unfolding for you. So seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise. Just got done telling you the noise. I like listening to music. I'm with you. I don't watch TV much, but the noise of always music and talking and that, it kind of blocks you a little bit. You're always thinking of something else. You got something going on in your mind all the time. Miracles in the dark. In the darkest moment, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. And she is just feeling the energy. I mean, you could tell, and she's not looking back, she's looking at the moon. So she knows that being silent, being within herself, is teaching her what she needs to learn. And she's in the dark. You know, it's so quiet late at night. And that is the time that you need to do some meditation and quiet your mind because then you'll get the answers within the Christ consciousness of your heart. Shine bright. It's never a mistake to give of yourself. Some will take it for granted. Others may take advantage of it. Do not allow bad energies to overpower your light. And you know, these are a lot of earth cards, and it's just showing you that it shines bright. Don't get taken advantage of. And if you are doing something, maybe look within it and see what kind of educational gift that is. What are you learning off that person? You need to ask questions like that because if we run into somebody that we don't know and all of a sudden we're just chatting and we have something in common, that means we were meant for them to come out in our daily journey. And Something was said or something was done and you needed to know. So pay attention to the small things. Starlight. Don't slow down manifestation through hesitation or worry. Keep the faith and create light in the dark. The path of the stars is made by the same energy. You know, all of this was basically, if you think about it, life's a gift, miracles in the dark. That's the dark, the shadow. That was like going through the dark night of the soul. This one is like feeling, what are my gifts? What are the gifts that I need to give to the world? Life is a gift. And then the shine bright, because you don't want to dull yourself for anything. And bad energies tend to dull you. And the starlight, don't slow down, manifest, manifest, manifest. Because when we write it down, we manifest, keep a journal. Those are the kind of words that get out in the ether and they take effect. The more we say it, the more it goes out into the ether. So that's what we want. We want change, but a good change. So really, we've got to remember this. We are going through a huge change for everybody. It is the evolution of a new world, the golden age, the age of Aquarius. We left Pisces. We're done with that. And it feels different. You can tell that the whole world is kind of going through something because you turn on the computer or the TV or look at the newspaper or something, and there's always something crazy going on. It's not normal, like mellow anymore. So we kind of got to be careful with that scenario. Number 34 is 7. It's time to come home. The goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, and ego. And look at this. The hand is trying to catch the person going through the stream and going right into the light of her heart. Is that where they're going to get their lessons? I don't know. There's all kinds of amethyst crystals going that way too. I am coming home to where my soul calls me. The fisherman has been on a long and challenging journey. He has been casting his net for fish, but the fish do not come. His soul is starving and he longs for more. Suddenly, he sees a shining light in the distance, a soft purple glow that he decides to follow. He is led to the goddess of the sea. He her ruling elements being that force and symbology of water. Her purpose is to help us remember where the real treasures are. She can show you what it is needed, not just what you want. And if you are willing to know, she can show you what is your soul versus ego. She shows you a world of true spiritual abundance. The fisherman symbolizes the ego and its endless desire and hunger for more. Yet he is searching in the wrong place and it's never enough. He plunders the sea and gets lost in its vast expanses. After all his searching for more, he has never felt less, small, insignificant, empty, even though an abundant sea lies beneath him and all around him. The goddess of the sea dissolves everything that is not true or rooted in soul. This can be painful, as we all have our vice. She is powerful and represents the endless abundance of water, its purification, power, and the cleansing it can bring. Ooh. That is so true. I love taking a hot shower when I'm stressed out. And it just feels so amazing. Pulling this card is affirmation of her awakening within. You're starting to notice more of what is not true. You're realizing more often when you are casting a net for false treasure, the things that used to sparkle have been dulled and undesirable. You feel called toward what is real for you. You're becoming less and less like the fisherman. This card can also be a sign to watch extra closely where you are fishing. The sea goddess calls you near and has much to show you. You are so close to her. It is time to come now. Release your net. You won't need it much longer. Reflection or journal on the fish. You used to cast your net or acknowledge the false ego desire you no longer seek or catch. Appreciate the times you have chosen to come home. Instead, reflect on anything now that feels misaligned for you or anything that doesn't seem to shine like it used to. This is your sign to let the net loose. That was deep. I was thinking of my father as I was reading that, and it it feels right because my father just wanted to enjoy life. He didn't need a lot of stuff. He didn't need a lot of belongings because you can't take them anywhere. You can't take them anyway when you pass away. So he just wanted to have fun and live his life. And he did. But sometimes when you put up your net, you're no more. Was it worth it? Sure. My father was a great man. But I can see that people are fishing and fishing and fishing, and they're just tired. They're not home yet. So yeah, the fisherman can hang up his net. I really love that idea. That's a great concept. Okay, what do we got here? We've got the Messenger Oracle and Be Without Malice. The old lady came out. You have been hurt, disrespected, or disappointed by others. Another has let you down or betrayed you. It is normal and natural to experience feelings of anger, hurt, and disappointment. To feel any and all emotions is natural, but you have a choice always in how you respond. Do not allow your hurt to become a source of infection. Acknowledge it, learn from it and your experiences, and then let the anger, hurt, and disappointment go. Do not allow them to inspire retaliatory act born of malice or spite. That's a really good message for us because there are people that are like that. And you have to be careful. You have to decipher what's good for you and what's not. This is not really good. I mean, we've got to watch out that we don't act like that. And we have Seek the Lesson. Now, the Green Wolf. We just had earlier something about listen to the lessons. I can't remember what it was. You have to go back. Wisdom is born from seeking the lessons in all experiences, both good and bad. It is born from the awareness that everything is connected and that all happens for a reason, even when the reason remains a mystery. Embrace a new idea, new awareness, or the new knowledge that comes from listening to your internal voice and to the human and non human teachers and messengers who will come in and out of your life. Let them inspire you to explore unknown pathways. That is a perfect description of that because we need the life lessons. And if they're bad, we still need the life lessons. I suggest you get journals and write your dreams, put the dates, put the times, put and look back on it. I can look back on mine now for 4 or 5 years now. I've been keeping a diary for longer than that, but this the cue and the evolution and the things that are going on, you have to pay attention to. Sometimes it's better if we observe than to get involved in the chaos. You just have to find your the right spot for you, and your Christ consciousness within your heart will tell you which way to go to listen. We've got embrace the spirit, and this is beautiful. You are a spiritual being living in a physical life. Embrace spirit in your journey and reaffirm your connection with the divine. Fly to the heavens, but remember to look down and see that the divine exists in the magical, natural world beneath you. Spirit dwells within all, in everything you see and know, in everything that you do not see and which is unknown. Both the creative and the destructive, the beautiful and the ugly are born of the divine. That is a great way to put it. I mean, even though um, people pick on other people and they're looking at their avatar and they're judging it and this and that. I think you'd be better off to have a nice conversation with some coffee and actually get to know the person instead of just judging them for what they do. There's too many judges in the kitchen and cooks in the kitchen, and yeah, it's not working out. And we got a number three, and remember, three is a divine message. It says the power of silence. We just talked about that. How often are you in silence, existing in a place without the distraction of music, screens, work, or people? There is a deep internal power that can only be accessed from that silence. This is your intuition. It is always there, but it takes the discipline of consistent practice to become comfortable enough in the silence to hear. If you're reading this card, take this as your first whisper to reconnect to the silence and listen. At first, it might sound loud. The mind will try to find any way to distract you, creating to-do lists and replaying events. But you must preserve. At the other side of that chatter is a powerful silence. And from within that stillness, your inner confidence will begin to come through. I love that because we listen to a lot of music, me and my husband. He likes music all the time compared to me. I have to have my silence and my meditation and things sometimes when I'm journaling or writing. I want silence because that is when I get my best information. And when I talk to the creator, I'm in my car with the music off and I have my conversations and then the music can come back on. But it's just that you need to take that time. A silence is really important. We're all good at talking the game, but yeah. Oh, here is a little thing you can do. How to access the power of silence. Close your eyes and listen. Tune in to every sound you can hear, both far away and close by. Don't get caught up in sounds, just notice them. Bring your awareness to the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Whenever your mind wanders, which it inevitably will, simply invite your awareness back to your breathing. Now move your awareness to the space between the breaths, the silence at the end of the inhale and the silence at the end of the exhale. Let yourself drift into these silences and listen. I love that. This is my new go-to card. This is so true. So true. I couldn't have said it better myself. So we also got a 25, which is a 7, and it's intuitive journaling, as I said before. She is, look at the energy she's producing. She's journaling, but she's actually kind of channeling the writing, and you can see the beautiful lights and the owl up in the tree, the wisdom looking down. She is like in total nature. She's she's right here beside the tree and all its beauty. This card is inviting you to switch off from your rational conscious mind and explore your intuitive subconscious, a place that exists beyond thought and that can be accessed in moments of silence, where there is no judgment, no expectation, and where you are present in the moment rather than distracted by the past or the future. Intuitive journaling is not striving to make sense of what is written or to be understood. It is simply exploring your curiosity, what the intuition wants to say. You will need a notebook and a pen and a place to be quiet. Close your eyes and focus inward on your breath. Take 10 deep breaths, inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 6. By lengthening your inhale and exhale, you are allowing the body to calm. Continue to focus on your breath until you feel your mind and body softened. Open your eyes and put your pen straight on the page in front of you. Begin to write without taking your pen off the page. Start with the prompt, my intuition wants to say, and let your intuition subconscious guide the way. That was amazing. That really will help people to see what this is telling you. When you journal and you read it back, you can see different meanings of it, and it's really, really healing. And it'll really help keep the confusion out of your mind. Okay. We have the Starseed Oracle, and I love how this came out because there's a lot of things in this that we've been saying. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the cumulus for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering the Earth is a planet of polarity helps with the understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you are being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university schools or a training course. If you are having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we were here on earth. Ask yourself this question. How are you being called to grow or learn? Question mark. When you put that down on paper and you start actually kind of thinking about it in silence, and you decide to write something, that'll be the answer. You'll channel that in through the Christ consciousness within. So, because the the lifting of the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. The veil, the veil, the veil around us that hides the different dimensions of people and places. Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Things aren't always as they seem. The era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown, to dismantle the system and always of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Some star seeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have a voice to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some star seeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life and aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. Here's another question to ask yourself. What isn't congruent in your life? Question mark. How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? Question mark. Play with that. Play with that, and just if you feel, just write something down and then look at it and think, what kind of a lesson and message was that coming through? I love that. Okay. We had two different things that wanted to come out. Now, the first one is for the collective energy, but I want you to keep in mind, and then this is a special message over here because we had too many messages coming in. There has been a lot of different energies coming through me right now. And sometimes it's so loud that I have to take a nap. I have to lay down for 20 minutes because it's just like I'm in a rock group, like I'm in a baseball game, like people are just yelling everywhere, and it's just like enough is enough. So, yeah, I've been taking like 20-minute journeys in to lay down or go sit out in the sun and feel the energy of the sun and clear my mind because you don't want to stay in that crazy, chaotic mindset of hearing that. Okay, this is where we're going. The first card we got from the Enchanted Map Oracle was 39. I thought this was pretty interesting. Protecting treasure, because, we all have treasures coming up. 9, and the 39 is a 12. Yeah, which is a 3, which is another divine message. And this is the gold, the protecting treasure. Look at what she's doing. She's protecting the gold. The crown is on the coffin, it looks like, or the chest. And there's a crystal right here and some mushrooms, and all nature. But it's raining and there's a bird on top of that umbrella. Nature's looking at her. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, you are able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound, no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is an important theme. Now, nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under the angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need for fear. Embrace your courage. I got courage the other day too, and I'm feeling that this person is just needs to get out. They need their treasure. They're protecting it with all she can. She puts the crystal, the umbrella, everything that she needs right here to protect her treasure. That is basically the universe's treasure. That is basically, as a collective, our treasure. So let's see where this is going to go with her protecting her treasure, because we have a 7 of Wands that come out with that. And it's kind of interesting. It says lies, trickery, scheming, strategy, resourcefulness, sneakiness, and cunning. You may feel the urge to run away, but you should not take up defensive position. Do not become an enemy to yourself. You need to show diplomacy, dexterity, and flexibility. Only then can you easily cope with oppositions and archive your goals. The card also symbolizes the need for smart and strategic thinking in the face of a current challenge. The asker has the foresight, resourcefulness, and skills needed to overcome any obstacles. I completely agree with that, because that would be crazy. Okay. So that's good. Now let's see what else we got. Here we got 49, the talisman. There's a lot in the card right here. She is looking at the winding road. She's not looking back. She's got her talisman and she's standing on the yin and yang symbol and another symbol here. She also has tribal symbols up here on her shoulder and a basically sheet on or something. I don't know what that is. There's a koi fish up here. She is really learning lessons. Something saying a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right thing to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision You've learned your lesson and earned the right to your success. That's pretty interesting with the treasure there, the lies, the things going on, the people in the background, the chaos. We've got to remember all that when we're going through our day and doing things. Now we got the Page of Pentacles with that one. Let's see what the Page of Pentacles has to say. Looks like he's daydreaming with a sunflower over his head, and all kinds of energy surrounds him. Ambitious, diligent, goal-oriented planner, consi- star student, studious, grounded, loyal, faithful, and dependable. The Page of Pentacles represents new beginnings, passion, and the start of a new endeavor. The asker may be looking to make a career change or begin on entrepreneurial pursuit. The energy of this card speaks to the motivation needed to manifest goals. This card reminds the asker to remain passionate and in touch with the original drive that propelled this project. Perfectionism or fear of failure can sometimes stop us in our tracks. So, that's interesting because she's the treasure protecting treasure, the going on adventure, and then here's the adventure, the long and winding road, and then we get this one with it. So there's a lot of things coming out that we need to pay attention to. And we got a number 53, and what have I been saying? Listen. Listen, listen. The elephant listens and he hears the music from the bird. Little bird on his head, he's enjoying it. An open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. Whatever your circumstances are, I see you're protecting. I see you're protecting your treasure that you feel is your treasure. The talisman, I see you not looking back. I see you walking because the veil is loosening. So we're taking more adventure. But what do we have to do? We have to listen too. If we aren't listening, we're going to miss something because we don't know it all. And a lot of people with an ego that like, don't tell me how to do it. I know it all, blah, blah, blah. Not necessarily. Seriously, not necessarily. They don't know everything. And we got the 53, which was listen, and that had the Ace of Swords, which I thought, I keep thinking Sagittarius tonight. I don't know why. My little brother's a Sagittarius, but I don't know why I've been thinking it's Sagittarius because it is a collective, but someone is a Sagittarius in here, and I just felt like butterflies in my stomach. And I think that this person, whoever they may be, will hear this message because they need it. Clarity, breakthrough, new ideas, concentration, visions, force, focus, truth. The ace points to new beginnings. The Ace of Swords indicates that a fresh start is emerging for the asking. This is an excellent time to begin a new initiative and take decisive action on a project or career change. The Ace of Swords is also about reclaiming personal power. The asker is entering a phase where they have the opportunity to fully take the reins on their future and charge ahead with projects that utilize their creative and intellectual activities. I think a lot of us are going to thrive. I think it's going to be really great when it's all done and said. Okay, now we have one more card in the Enchanted Map Oracle. It's a 32, it's a 5. And this one I absolutely love. This is Magic Prayer. She has the white light all through her. She's got a leaf on her face. It looks like a butterfly over her eye. And she is just beautiful. When you see the Magic Prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, Thy will be done through me, thy will and not mine be done. Conscious contact with your higher power is achieved through the ritual of prayer and meditation. Speak and listen to the divine force within. The field of creation, surrender your wishes and desires to spirit. You may not get what you want, but you will surely get what you need. Your destiny awaits you. As long as you keep in conscious contact with your higher power, be assured that you are on the right path. I feel that a lot of us are on the right path. We just have to really look at it. And we got a 10 of cups, and this is just happiness. Just happiness. Is that your prayer? Is your magic prayer happiness? Happiness, homecoming, fulfillment, emotional stability, security, domestic harmony. 10 of Cups represents happiness, family, unity, and personal fulfillment. This card suggests that the querent is experiencing a happy life at home or within their family, with a sense of connection and unity with loved ones. This card also serves as a reminder for the asker to see the abundance and magic around them. Perhaps they have gotten lost in the daily routine and have not broken the chance to appreciate the beauty they have created in their life. You know, I was just sitting outside today, getting tan and in the sun, and I was looking around and I thought, it's beautiful here. There's flowers everywhere. There's palm trees. There's birds. I could go on, but there's so much beautiful, and I don't understand why we're worried about the ugly. So we have to keep our thoughts going with that. If you feel you're doing something beautiful for this world, then keep doing it. If you don't, then think about what you're doing. Okay, the dreams of Gaia and the Oceanic Tarot. Haven't been there in a while. I've been using this other one, but they had a lot to say. We are going to go for the first one to come out, and that is the 10 of Fire. This is someone who is basically have worked on themselves. Mastery of both craft and self. Take command of yourself and life. Take responsibility for your actions. Do not be a slave to outside forces. Order, structure, and simplicity. Be disciplined and dedicated. Stop making excuses. Act. You can do anything you set your mind to and act upon. The 10 of Fire symbolizes mastery, not just of a skill or craft, but of oneself. It means understanding the tool of your craft and wielding them with skill precision, and craftsmanship. It is about knowing yourself and using the knowledge and understanding to bring to you all that you need and desire with the same level of skill, precision, and craftsmanship. The master illustrated in the Ten of Fire knows how to wield his personal power. He moves with clear intentions and he acts with the same intent. He is aware of what motivates his behavior and action and exhibits complete self-command. He acts with deliberation and complete awareness of his commands. He acts with complete awareness and the effect his action will have upon himself and his environment. He is not only confident, he is capable also. He has evolved from a person who lacked awareness and perhaps even blamed others for their problems in his life because he was unable to see that every action gives rise to a consequence. He once stumbled about his inexperience resulting in more mistakes than triumphs, but he continued, and in doing so reached a crucial moment of enlightenment when he realized that in order to succeed, he had to take command of himself and his life. He had to take responsibilities for every choice made, for every action, and for every emotion. From that moment on, he would shape his life. He would shape who he is and was. He would no longer be a slave to the outside forces. He would become a master. If the Ten of Fire appears in your reading, it indicates a time to step up and take charge of your life. It is a time for dedicate yourself to the path of the master, not so you can have control over others, but so you can shape your life with skill and confidence. How does one become a master? It may require pushing one's mind and body to continue despite all impediments and perceived restrictions. It requires dedication and discipline and willingness to set personal challenges and goals and stick to them. It also requires knowing when to stop and allow yourself time to absorb and recharge. The master recognizes that there is a time for growth and a time for the dormant and rest. Above all, become a master, you must be willing to learn on a metaphysical level. See a lesson in all experiences on a particular level. Learn something that requires daily practice and do not allow your first inevitable failures and mistakes inspire you to give up. Want to be a writer? Then the Ten of Fire suggests dedicating time to writing every day and learning how to write well. To be a musician, practice every day and take time to learn. You know, it's all of it. I mean, when you have this much energy, you will not fail. And we all have this much energy. But right now, I think our lights are dimming. They're not as powerful as they should be. We did get a lot of swords in this one, and you know, swords is kind of not the greatest. And we did get the Eight of Swords with our energy. Restrictions. What restrictions are you putting in your life or somebody else? You got to look at that. What restrictions? Because you're free. There should be no restrictions at all. So why is there? 8 means change, and this 8 sees you on the brink of that change as you realize the way you're being restricted by your circumstances at work, in a relationship or project. This card often shows a relationship is on lockdown because one of you is not free to make a commitment. An additional meaning is being bound to too much responsibility. Get practical and see what you are in control of your own future. Regardless of what others think, You can free yourself by being less tolerant of the demands of others. Separation, fear, burdens, lack of vision, being stuck, responsibility, and change. Yeah, we did get, like I said, we got a lot of swords, and we've got to watch some of this because swords are like not the greatest thing. They tell you, they give you little warnings. And we got the child. And I thought this was very interesting because the child is the purity of the new beginnings, innocence, magic, divine love, trust, hope, forgiveness, awareness, potential, anticipation, and dependency. A new beginning, see your potential, heal emotional and psychological wounds, time to play and laugh, acknowledge your success, delight in the moment, believe in magic, laughter heals, turn dreams into reality, forgive the past, reconnect with innocent pleasures, put doubt aside. Child stands confident, taking innocence, joy, and delight in her connection with the world in which she dwells. She is untouched by fear and full of hope and trust. Despite any hardship, struggle, and harm she has faced, she continues to see only beauty through eyes bright with wonder. She sees the good in all. She is both magic and magical, an innocent soul who believes in happily ever after. You know, I always say that to my husband. He say, "What do you want for Christmas?" I just want to be happy. And he can't even figure that out. He's like, huh? Yeah, no. Guess that's too much. That free stuff. Okay, we got the Three of Cups with the child. And where'd you go? Well, where are you? There you are. And that's reunion. I see people, I'm seeing people journeying and they're coming home. There's going to be a reunion. The Three of Cups is, the three is a divine message. You you gather together with friends and family to celebrate. So this three predicts weddings, parties, reunions, precious time with the people you love, who make you feel like your true self. Their company is uplifting, fun, and replenishing. If you're single and looking for love, there may also be an opportunity for a flirtation. And if you're working on a creative project, now is the time to get into the zone. Be carefree, enjoy the company of those who make you laugh. I advise that too, because if you're with someone that just brings you down all the time, it's not healthy. It's just not a healthy situation. And if you're doing it, you need to stop because it really is not a good thing. Next card we got was the Queen of Earth, and it is a 13, which is a 4. Yeah, this is all energy. She's all nature. Touch, connect, and create with your hands. Be supportive and nurturing. Seek out a motherly role model. A need for wise and honest counsel. Kindness is required. You are loved and supported. Mother, do not smother. Share the responsibilities. The Queen of Earth symbolizes a real, authentic Earth Mother. Personally, she is larger than life and possesses an abundant, generous, and grounded nature. She is realistic, but also sees magic everywhere. She is an Earth Mother who spends a great deal of time covering the soil, and it is not known for her to walk around ob- obli- obviously to the leaves and twigs in her hair. She adores creating a warm and inviting home where all are welcome. Cooking, cleaning, gardening. These are the things she loves, and she enjoys them all the more because of her tactile and sensual nature. She is a woman who loves nothing more than using her hands to touch, connect, and create. The Queen of Earth is the optimum of kindness. She will offer support and nurture you in every endeavor, while also offering wise and honest counsel. She comes to ask if this is how you see yourself, or have you been so focused on business undertaking and career that you have created an imbalance in your life and disconnected from your true nature. It is time for you to enjoy the benefits of being a homebody for a while. Maybe a home cooked meal or weekend out in the garden in the agenda instead of meeting and reporting. The Queen of Earth may also appear in your reading at times when, let me find my spot, to find yourself in need of gentle reminder to be both nurturing and supportive of those around you. While you encourage and support others in their desire to better themselves, remember to do so without trying to change them. That is a good that is a good card. I enjoyed that and it made me think about some things. And the card that we got with the Queen of Earth is Heartache, the Three of Swords. This is heartbreak cards of the tarot. Be thankfully, it is a minor arcana card signifying a transient event that you will process and heal from. It often arises to reveal relationship breakups, affairs, and disappointments. The positive of this card is that at least you know exactly where you stand. You see the truth. This three can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and fear. Feel the pain and see the truth of the matter. This situation has happened for a reason. I always say there's a reason for the season. There is a reason. We're all getting the clues, the things we're supposed to think of, the things we're supposed to change about ourselves. We have a couple more cards. We have another water card. It's the 12. It's a 3. It's a divine message. And this one is the counselor. Now, after all that, we need a counselor. A time of question and mixed emotions. Look beyond the words to the emotions, mixed or confused emotions. Listen, hear, hear. We got the elephant. Listen. Seek objective counsel, an emotionally complex situation, a lack of empathy, an opportunity for understanding, be receptive, not rejected, or feeling preventing a resolution. The counselor of water represents one who stands high, an elder, advisor, or wise man or woman whom the king or queen calls upon to discuss their feelings regarding a situation or experience of concern. She or he is someone who is trusted. They are a caring, compassionate person who will listen attentively, only interrupt the flow to ask a question of their in need. Once the tale is told, the counselor offers her thoughts in any objective manner. Her role is not to give instructions, but to present alternative and insight that will help the seeker understand the thoughts and feelings and maybe clouding their judgment. I really think that this reading tonight was very interesting. And I feel the flow of the water. I'm feeling like, remember I said in the beginning that a shower usually like totally relaxes me. And I think a lot of people are like that. Or you had a hard day's work and you get in a hot tub and you're just sitting there relaxed. And every bone in your body feels amazing for the second that you're in there. Now, the counselor has the King of Pentacles attached to it as a clarifier. And this is trust. I'm assuming that when you trust the counselor, that is what you're trusting, because you need to trust a counselor. If you're going to go to a counselor, you need to trust them. So we get the King of Pentacles, and it is the king reveals a man who is ambitious, trustworthy, and protective. When he commits to a project or relationship, he is loyal to the last. He can be a powerful business owner or leader. He has a hands-on attitude as you card in a reading. He represents generosity and love, and you gain your share with the people who are important to you. Protect what is yours while helping those on their way up the ladder. Enjoy the rewards that success brings. So, where are we at in this reading? We are at working on self. We are at taking advice. We quiet ourselves. We listen. There's a lot of things we need to do. Meditation, uh, magic prayer, meditation and prayer are one and the same. It's just different words. Okay, because this is why I asked you that, because the last card in the Dreams of Gaia was choices. Choice creates reality. Belief is a choice. Inaction is a choice. The choice is yours. Determine your direction. The past is influence. Choose, offer reward and consequences. Weigh your options. Choose wisely. Stop procrastinating. Be responsible for your choices. Awareness empowers. All that you are, all that you have learned and experienced is born of choice. The choice you have made, the choices others have made on your behalf, or choices that have made for themselves that have impacted on or influenced your life. You may believe that you have no choice, but that in self is a choice. You may also experience your right to allow others to decide for you, and this too is a choice. So, yeah, we have choice, and we know what choice is. We really do. I mean, it's either light or dark, and you know what? You don't even know which one is true. I mean, the dark could be true. It could be the right route. The light could be true. It could be a different route. I think what this card is saying, there's three choices there. We don't know what's in it, but we are going to pick one of the three choices. And it's going to be beautiful, whatever it may be. I'm not going to put anything on it. We do make all of our choices and we can't blame anybody else. Another thing is we got on choices, we got a 15, the vortex, and I could feel this. It's temptation. We are that type of people that we're very tempting. We don't want to listen, or we want to do our own thing, and be careful with that. Caught in a vortex spinning out of control, a mermaid and merman reach for the ocean surface, struggling against an unfavorable force. They cannot see the source of the wind and the vortex. It may be a storm at sea, a hurricane, or a cyclone, but its power over them feels absolute. Yet the waters outside the funnel of the vortex, a symbol of emotional turmoil, appear calm and unaffected by their struggle. The vortex reveals that you have become trapped. You may be enslaved by a job, a financial contract, or love. And lust, a common meaning of the vortex's affairs. This situation means you feel you have little power and that another person or other people. Okay. If you decide it's time to break an agreement or habit, do it. It will be easier than you think. Don't let your circumstances dedicate who you are. Take back your power. And that was choices and contracts too. There's a lot of things in these cards right here that came out tonight, and when we read them, we need to think about it a little bit because there is a lot of trying to put my books away and it's trapped. There was a lot of stuff in there that really hit home for me and what I've been going through, and I know a lot of people are going through it. So we want to just do a lot of meditation. If you have to take a nap, take a nap. Your body will tell you what you need. Listen to it. And that was a great reading for everybody. I mean, it shows everybody kind of what they need to do and how they need to critique their life a little bit. And things will start to pick up and they'll be beautiful. So, guess what? I love everybody. Make every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you.